No, I've not read the three parts, but I don't think they are that much important now. So you can remember them by like you can fly, you can fly US repealed. So seventh got repealed by seventh Constitutional Amendment Act of 1956, and uh, you can fly, you you can fly directly from US repealed. So it is you can you can fly directly from US repealed. So seventh part got repealed in seventh Constitutional Amendment Act of 1956, and the F, which is fundamental duty, they got added in your 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976, and this is in Article 51A, right after DPSP. And if I had to tell you more about this, yeah, so you can fly directly from US repealed. Then UP, so Union and Panchayati. So U and P, Union Territories, which is in eighth, Panchayati is in ninth part. Then you can UP meet, which is municipality, so 9A. So 9 and 9A are 73rd Constitutional Amendment, 74th Constitutional Amendment of 1992. Then there is 9B, which is UP meet child sham, which is S for no UP meet child. So C for child is like cooperative society. This was added in your 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. Not no no to 97th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2011. Yeah. And part 17 is the official language, which is from 350B or something, I think so, article. Then 18 is the emergency, and 20 is your what do you call that, your amendments. Not amendment, yeah, 20 is your amendment, which is in article 368. And there is schedules here now. So there are some schedules here. Wait a sec. There are some schedules here. So schedule short form is TEARSOFOLD. Panchayati municipality, 11th and 12th, 73rd and 74th, 1992. Then 10th is your anti-deflation law, and this is in your 10th is in your 52nd of 1985. Then ninth is your it is your zamindari system. This was your first constitutional amendment act. It was added in your first constitutional amendment act of 1951. So first of first. Then there is that. Then after this, you have so ninth was added in the first constitutional amendment act. Then O is the official language. So there were originally, so this whole schedule, there were only your 8 schedule at the start. Now there are 12. So for the official languages, there are only 14 official languages. 15 was added from your 21st constitutional amendment act of your 1967 67. Yeah. Then after this, your uh, Dogri, no, Nepali, Manipuri, and Konkani. So Konkani, Manipuri, and Nepali were added through your. This was in 21st. Konkani, Manipuri, and Nepali were added in your 71st of Constitution Amendment Act of 1992. Then your DBMS, so Dobgari, Bodhi, uh, Dobi, Bodhi, Maithili, Sathli, these were added in your 92nd Constitution Amendment Act of your 2003. Now official languages there. Then there is a division of federal power. So federal power means division of power between state, center, and not state, center, and your concurrent. So your state handles all the not states, it is, sorry, it is union, state, and concurrent, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, union is there. So union, state, and your concurrent. So union handle all the more important stuff like the army, the nuclear power missile and all that. That's handled by your union and all that. Then state handle is particular tasks like you, their police, their land, their stuff they do, like the alcohol and all that. Then in educate, sorry, and in the concurrent, there is the education. Then there is your forest, because forest can't be covered in one state. Forest can go for in another state too, so we can't take it in the state. Or it is not that kind of topic that cannot be handled by a particular body. It can be handled by any body. So it is not in the union too, so it is on concurrent. That is its perfect place. uh so we had a federal structure. And then there is O for other schedule area. For other schedule area, there are, भाई बिहार नहीं लिखा, said hi. What? हेलो भाई, हेलो, पढ़ना तो आ जाओ, कुछ पूछना है तो पूछ लियो भाई. ये मैं रिवीजन कर रहा हूँ भाई, मैंने पहले ही पढ़ा चुका है. हाँ, so विषय, दिस इज पॉलिटी. पॉलिटी है भाई, मेरे पॉलिटी. माइक से बोल रहा है, नहीं भाई, माइक से. तो फैन भी है मेरे को उनको. So I was at, so yeah, schedule area. So for schedule area, there is a trick that you should know. So make my trip to Assam without money. So without money is Manipur is not there. Manipur is not there. So and Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, and all of these are in the schedule area. And then there is other schedule area and all that. After that, I did the various part that the it can't be zoomed. So shut up. So after that, I did various part of the various part that have been taken from the constitution of different countries. So first is your let me choose another pen. So first is your Indian Government Act of your 1935. From this, we took your federal structure, federal scheme, federal scheme, and federal scheme we took from here. Then we took office of the governor. Governor is the highest, you could say, like he's the president, and he's the highest, like allowed and all that. And like like the president is a nominal head, not a real head. Same as with your a governor of a state. The minister does all the work, but on the name of the governor. So office of the governor is in your this in Indian Government Act of 1935. We have taken from it there. Then we have your public service. And then we have your judiciary. Then we have your After judiciary, we have your emergencies, and then we have administrative structure or something, administrative detail, emergency administrative detail. And after that, we have taken a lot from the British. I have from the British. I have there were like your public structure was there. Then your CAG is taken from the British. Then your rule of law is taken. Then your parliamentary structure is taken. Uh, then your parliamentary privileges, and then bicameralism. Yeah, then writs and all of that. Wait a second. Now, uh, where was I? Yeah, British. We have taken CAG. We have taken rule of law. We have taken parliamentary structure. We have taken your single citizenship, most important, I would say, most common that would be asked in the examination. Then your parliamentary privileges. Then writs is taken from your British. Then CAG and the cabinet system. Cabinet system. CS. Yeah, yeah. Then USA. USA is pretty easy. US is pretty easy. First is you need to know your fundamental right. This is most important and most easy. Then fundamental right. Then your preamble. Preamble gives you a basic idea of your constitution. That's an introduction type thing of the constitution. Then after preamble, we have taken from here judiciary, judicial review. We have taken judicial review and all that. Judicial means like your body of like high court and supreme court and all the courts, that is judiciary. Then judicial review, then there should be judiciary independence of judiciary. So independence is also taken from here. After this independence, you could say like removal of judges. So you should know like from the USA there is all talk about judges, then their independence and their the removal. So every process of judges on your USA, that's a key point here. And the fundamental right is a very common and important. And preamble you should know like it is taken from the USA. That's a basic fact, I would say. Then you should know like USA you could like assume as like Trump. He doesn't like Modi. So not Modi, I would say Draupadi Murmu. So here impeachment of president is taken from your USA. And the USA love the vice president. So seat of the vice president is taken from the USA. Then we go to Irish. So Irish, you should know that Irish was a girl. She likes to take like this is a girl. And wait, what happened to my drawing? Yeah, so this is a girl and she is holding a joystick on which her phone is there attached here, and she is taking a selfie of herself. And so she when she took a selfie, she puts it that on her DP. So from Irish you should remember DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy. So DPSP is your part fourth of your constitution. Part 4 as a chapter fourth. This start from your, if I have to remember, it start from your article of your 36 till article 36 till article 51. As of like 51A is your fundamental duties. Yeah. So Irish is that. And from Irish you should know that they love the president, so seat of the president is here. And Irish 12 nominated member of the Rajya Sabha by the president. You should know this as a fact. And these members are from your field of science, social science, art and literature. Then going on to Canada. Canada is like three C's are here in the Canada. You could say it like that. So first C is residuary power of in the center. So there should be residuary power in the center. Then federal with a strong center. So federal is like division of power between state, union, not state. It is division of power between your union, state, and concurrent. And this is in your schedule 7th, as of like it is below the official languages, which is in the part 8. Okay. Nobody is there. Now you have done that. Now after Canada there is Germany. Germany or Weimar Constitution. From Weimar, we have taken emergency on the fundamental right. If there is an anything is anybody challenging your fundamental right, then you can put emergency. That is from here. And yeah, then we are going to Russia. Russian we have taken from Russia is like duty. So five, if so, like they do like to do duty. So fundamental duty is here, and they like to do duty for 5 year. So 5 year is for 5 year plan. Then there is some stuff here which is social, economical, and political justice. And this is also social, economical, and political justice is also set by your objective resolution. No, that is sovereign, independent, and republic. I think it is done by some other thing also. Yeah. So Russia I have done. So South Africa is your amendments and your election of member of Rajya Sabha member election. Then fundamental duty. I have said all of that. The fundamental duties are here. So the first fundamental duty is abide by the constitution. You should be abiding by the constitution. You should follow the constitution law, and you should not damage the public property, and you should do not you should respect your national flag and national anthem. And this is your civil duty, and only the citizen of India would get punished on this thing. Then there is your comes as a constitution maker. You could follow the ideology of your constitution makers, and this is your moral duty. Then third is sui, sui, cr7. And here sovereignty, unity, and integrity. So sovereignty is like taking your own decision and all that. Then there is your fourth is your like armed services. So if you called so on civilian, they could perform their civil duty, and that is on here. Then fifth one is your happy birthday wifey. So harmony, brotherhood, and respects on women, and some like your policies are in favor of the women's. That is a fundamental duty there. Then sixth fundamental duty is like your integrity. It is like having integrity, moral values, and all that is your sixth fundamental duty. Then seventh one is like dhoni. So Dhoni for 7 number, Thala for 7 number. So Thala have like big farms and all that. So farms you could go for like protection of rivers, lakes, wildlife sanctuary, flora and fauna, and all that. Then eighth is your like eight. You make like this. You should write S here, T here. So scientific temperament is there. Then nine is your here. So PP is your public your public provisions and abjure violence. Then 10th is like bunch of stuff. I don't really remember that much about 10th. It's like some duty and all that. Then 18. So so you should know that in your in of these fundamental duties, you at the time of independence we had only 10 fundamental duty, and these duties were presented us by Sardar Swaran Singh committee, and also your Verma committee. So Sardar Swaran Singh committee only proposed at the time of 10. They did three more that we removed. I will talk about them later. So they now we added a one duty more, which was your 11th duty, which is from your added from a 86 Constitution Amendment Act of your 86 Constitution Act of of your 2002. So 6 into 2 is 12, so 2002, you could remember it like that. And this says that the children between 14 sorry 16 sorry 6 till 14 sorry 6 till 14 have to go school. Yeah. Then talking about emergency, so in emergency you have three types of emergency: national emergency, your president rule, then your financial emergency. So let me open that page actually. Why the heck did I went to this? Here it is, emergency. So like national emergency can be applied on three conditions. So these conditions, if I had to tell you, these conditions are first condition is if there is your war. Second is external aggression. Then there is your armed rebellion. So if any of these three things happen, then your national emergency would be applied. And yeah, and this national emergency is applied within the time limit of uh, within the time limit of your 1 month. And so national emergency is a special one, so this is applied wait a second. Yeah, so this is applied within the time limit of 1 month, and with the special voting of your Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And in this national emergency, your fundamental right also get removed from your 12 till 35. And in this thing, your 19 get automatically removed prior to this. Article 358 does that. And your article 20 and 21 doesn't get removed in national emergency. And these two articles doesn't get removed according to article 359. And these are the only two articles. If I had to talk to you about article 20, so you should remember like the from your, so like 14 till 18 is one group of your equality, and 19 till your 22 there is a group of freedom. So 19 is your Samaro, SAAMRO. 20 is like if you ever get arrested and all that, so you have three rights: no double jeopardy, no self-incrimination, and no dual law would be applied on you on one crime. And 21 is like liberty and personal life and all that. So these two doesn't get removed. Okay. And if I had to tell you again, yeah, that's on this thing. And if I'm forgetting something else, let me check. Yeah, this fundamental national emergency can be applied for as many time as possible, but 6 month time would be there. And if Lok Sabha is not there, then Lok Sabha have to do the voting within the time period of your 30 days, so 1 month, if you could say. Then is your president rule. President rule is like two types. First president rule is when your state is not listening of the constitution, it is 356. When state is not listening of union, this is 365. These are two. And yeah, and 2 month time period of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha for simple voting. And what else is there? There is a repetition of, like, if you want to apply it 6 month, but maximum period of time is 3 months. Sorry, 3 years is the maximum time you can apply. But 6 month of repetition of, like, then voting would be there, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, with simple voting. Then there is your financial emergency, which is in Article 360. And financial emergency is applied when there is an economical crisis. And yeah, and like, when the president rule is applied, that does not the dissolution of legislative assembly doesn't happen immediately, because, like, legislative assembly is like the lawmaking body. If you're removing the lawmaking body, how would a president perform? He have to do all the stuff with himself, so that's a huge task. So he can dissolve it later on, but he can't dissolve it at the immediately. But the dissolution of council of member, that happens immediately, because council of members were responsible for the production, for the running of the, like, they are executives, so they implement the law. So if they are not doing their work, that's why president rule is applied on that state. So that is removed, the member of council. And no dissolution of local bodies is there, because panchayati raj and your municipalities are like local bodies, and they can't perform if you remove them. So they might take a lot of time, and a lot of back hit. And we don't want our, like, weaker section of the panchayati raj, or these kind of panchayati raj and municipalities to get a back hit from their own government, right? Then your financial emergency, uh, if I had to say that Lok Sabha can get extended for 1 year according to the, yeah, this is a extra fact. So Lok Sabha can get extended for 1 year, according to your article 42nd CAA 1976. And after 6 months, 1 year plus 6 months, after 6 months they have to remove this, according to your which amendment was it? 44. So 42 till 44, and this is 76. This become CAA 1978. National emergency done, all the emergency done. Then Article 32, semi-qua non, that means absolute. And yeah, semi-qua non. And yeah, semi-qua non, the most important article of the constitution. Article 32 is not Supreme Court article. Article 32 is the writ jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. That's the Article 32. That's why it is in the fundamental rights. Okay. And without Article 32, the constitution would be nullity. And according to Article 32, you have the right to go to the constitution or the Supreme Court, and this is your right, and this cannot be taken by anybody, any executive, any lawmaker. And yeah, heart and soul of the constitution. So there are three clauses of Article 32. First clause is that you have the approach to Supreme Court. That is your first clause of Article 32. Second is your writ. There are 5 writs, as you know. Habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is a Latin word to have the body of, like, two people are there. One got kidnapped by other. So the other one have the authority to ask if this guy kidnapped, not the police will ask him if you kidnapped him by not as of a good intent. So if he does that, then he would be issued a habeas corpus. Then there is a mandamus. Mandamus is we command you to do your duty. That is mandamus. Any public officer, you could command him to do his duty. Then there is a prohibition. In this, the Supreme Court prohibits a High Court from issuing any writs. Then after prohibition, there is your certiorari. Certiorari is Supreme Court quashes the order of the High Court. That is your certiorari. Then there is your after certiorari. Then after certiorari, then there is your Q warranto. So you could ask any public officer to show his warrant before he does anything to you. That's your also a right. Then there is history of the constitution. Objective resolution and all that. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, as of your president of the Constitution Assembly on 11th December of your 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad become the president of your Constitution Assembly. An objective resolution was brought up by your Jawaharlal Nehru, and in this he told about SIR. So we called him Sir Jawaharlal Nehru. This is my trick, not my trick, ma'am, tricks, rich ma'am trick. So S is not SEP though is like social, economical, political justice is there, but he said that our nation is if I had to go to that place, objective resolution. Yeah, sovereign, independent, and republic. Sovereign mean own decision. Independent mean independent. Republic mean our head is elected. That's the whole thing. Yeah, 26th of your November of your 1949 is called as Constitution Day. As of our constitution was made on this day, and it got enacted in your 26th of your January 1950. Drafting committee is there. So in drafting committee, and there is Krishna, there is TT Krishna, there is Gopal, then there is your Madhav. So these four are Krishna Bhagwan name. Then there is your SMS. Then after this SMS, there you have 1 2 3 4 5, and after SMS there was your Krishna Gopal, and so Gopal, TT Krishna, Krishna, Madhav. So one himself, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and Munshi. So yeah, Krishna, TT Krishna, Gopal, Madhav, SMS, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, and there is your K. Munshi. He had business and all that. क्या पढ़ा रहे हो? This is polity, brother. Poly. Okay, now we have reached the hard part to memorizing every 70 articles. have made a mess here. Okay. I think I would do it here only. What? Okay. So I would use a demonstration pen. So your article 1 till so article 1 till your 4 is your first part, which is your you can fly, so it is union. So from union, first is your what are the territories in India that could be called as in union. So you have state, you have UTs, and then you have the state UTs, then you have the uncaptured and uncaptured territories. So uncaptured territories that would be captured, that is here. And demonstration, yeah. And these territories were earlier for first is your in this category, your first one is your uh, first was your what is that, Pondicherry. Pondicherry was captured in your 1954, or I think so, or 54 or 56. I think it is 54. uh, Pondicherry, 54, yeah, 54. And it became the part of India according to Article 14 of Constitution, Article 14 of 1964. Then there is your Goa, which became from your 12th Constitution Amendment Act of 1962. Then there is your Goa, then Daman and Diu, same with 12 article of your 1962. Then there is your Bangladesh, some part of the Bangladesh. This was from your 100 Constitution Amendment Act of your 2015. Now moving on to your second one, this is like established and not yet established state can be part of the Indian territory. Then there is your third one, this is like shape, size changing and all that. So that is in article third. So this is according to your so your prime example is UP. So UP, then it became UP and Uttarakhand. Now not, no, not that UP, then UP became UP in Uttaranchal. Uttaranchal became Uttarakhand. Now that's the prime example of Article 3. Then fourth says that Article 2 and Article 1 doesn't need any amendments in the changing. Now moving on to 5 till 11. So you can, so C for constitution, so sorry, so C for citizenship. So according to your 26 January of your 19 26th of your Jan of your 26th Jan of your 1950, as of like Republic Day. Anybody who was in India born before this date in India would be considered as your Indian citizen, or he was residing in India 5 years prior to this. Now, sixth one says that somebody in an had his like parents and all that in India, and they were born in India before 19th of July of 1948. Then he would, when he came to India, he would be considered as a citizen of India. Then seventh says that if some seven says that if somebody was in your India and he went to Pakistan, then he came back in India, then he would be considered a citizen of India if uh, he came in India back before 1st March of 1947. Then he would consider a citizen of India. Then eighth one says that if somebody goes uh, to your no, Article 6 is your Pakistan to India, then Article 7 is your India, Pakistan, India. Then Article 8 is your, I have forgotten the Article 8. Yeah, Article 8 is like going any part of the world other than the Pakistan, then you would be considered a citizen of India when you return, but your parents should be born in India. Then ninth is single citizenship. 10th and 11th is like if Parliament can do any changes in these 5 till 9 article. Then 11, sorry, then 12 and 13 are different. 12 is definition of state. State is a body who can make law and all that. Then 13th is your, if I had to say 13th article, this is your so there are two type of equality. So equal protection of law and equal protection before law. I might have said that wrong. Equal protection of, it is, no, so I said, I might have said the wrong. I said that wrong, sorry. 12 is your definition of state. Then 13 is your any law which is made on the fundamental right that violates a fundamental right, that law would be considered as nullity. Then 14th till 18th are is a one part, which is I've divided them in part. So 14 till 15, sorry, 18 is like one part. So 14th is your uh, uh, there is two type of protection, your equal protection before law and equal protection of law. So equal protection before law is negative and equal protection of law is positive. Equal protection before law is negative because like it is giving equal protection to everybody, that is good, but some people like the backward class people, they might need more protection, so that is a thing. So but equal protection before law, equal protection of law is positive because like it gives every protection to the backward class people too, and more than the rich class. Then 14th, then 15th is like no discrimination would be there on basis of your caste, gender, sex, place of birth and all that. And there are four clauses in this. First is your state can't do the discrimination. Second is the citizen can't do the discrimination. Third is the government can make acts and all that on the children's and all that, and you can't do anything on that. Then fourth is like the betterment of society and all that. Then 16th is like equal job opportunity for everybody. And here there is one and in here, if I had to say to you, if I had to say to you, 16 also have four. So first one is 16 is like equal job opportunity. So first is there would be equal job opportunity for every people. Then second is no discrimination on basis of caste, gender, descent, place of birth and all that. Third is like parliament can make any changes on like be providing some relaxation to anybody, so any caste linguistic. So your this is also a question where it says that your uh, which is in article 29. Mm, minorities. So minorities are of two types. First is linguistic and second is religious. So anybody can be in minority. And there is a big PYQ on this. I have this here, and I might share it and put it somewhere. So this PYQ that I have, uh, wait a second. So I have to uh, do is this. Ah, my God. What the flip is happening? What the heck is going on? So the PYQ that I was saying to you, I might just write it somewhere. So it was like on different amendments. So there was 101 amendment, there was 102 amendment, then there is a 122 amendment, then there was 103 amendment. So they were talking about economically. So they were talking about EWS people. So in this EWS, I told you about article 16. So in article 16 there is like no discrimination on basis of caste, gender, descent, place of birth and all that, on basis of like your job and all that. So 101 amendment is, so they have to you have to tell that which constitution amendment brought them. So 101 constitution amendment was on your GST. Then this one was on your constitutional status to the National Commission Backward Classes, so NCBS. So National Commission for Backward Classes. And so 122 and 101 are linked. This is on basis of GST2. Then 103 is on the EWS. So there would be no discrimination on them on job opportunity, and this was brought up by your article 16 of your clause third, if I'm not wrong, because it is on parliament and it might be on both. So I checked on internet, it was on showing on both of them. So yeah, that was the VYQ that I have written on my find it on the test. Next is like I told you, I told you till where 16. I till you told you to still 16. So 17 is your. There would be no. So there would be like no so abolition of untouchability. Then 18 is your abolition of titles. So King Kohli, he can't have the title of king. Then 19 till 22 is another part, which is so 14 till 18 was a freedom, sorry, equality. Then 19 till 22 is your freedom. So first 19 is your freedom of Samro. So this is an important point. SAAMRO. So SAAMRO. So S is your speech and expression. So Article 19. So these are clause A, clause B, clause C, clause D, clause E. No clause F. As of clause F of 19 article is shifted towards your Article 300A. And E, F, G. G is this one. So S is your speech and expression. A is your assembly. So you can assemble. Then you can have association. Then you can move any part of the country. Then you can reside any part of the country. Then you can have any occupation. So they can ask you what is the Article 19 clause. I said like G. So you have to say occupation. You could have any occupation in this country. That is the your 19 clause G. That is on 19. Then 20 I told you. 20 is like no ex facto law, no double jeopardy, no self-incrimination. Self-incrimination can be happen on your civil case, not as criminal case, because civil case you have to give your own justice, own gawahi, you could say. Then 21 is like liberty and personal life and all that. Then 21 of A is again 86th Constitution Amendment Act of your 19 so not 19 2002. So this is on like children from your 6 till 14 should have to go to school. Then 22 is giving you protection on two bases: arrest and detention. So in arrest you have a lawyer, your information of arrest 24 hours. Here lawyer information and 6 months uh, on asking of your high court advisory court or their permission from your high court for your for a 3 month, sorry, in arrest it is 24-hour. Detention is 3 months, because detention in they might have some doubts on you, so they need to clear that on that time period. Now 23 and 24 are two parts, separate. So they are your exploitation. So 23rd is like there will be no human trafficking, no nothing like that would be there. And 24th is like uh, children between 6 till no, children under 14 would not work in hazardous condition in factory and all that. So 23 have two clauses if I'm not wrong. So first clause is no one can force you to work and all that, but 23 of second says that state can force you to work on, like, like your fundamental duty number 4, armed service. So you go to service as of like civilian, you could be called towards to do your service towards your nation. So this fundamental duty, if you go towards your 23 of second, so in the second one it says that your state can force you to do duty on this war and all that if there is a condition. Okay. Yeah. So now 25 till 28, because 25, 26, 27, 28, so there are 4 article, right? 26, 27, 28. So you can learn them pretty easily. The trick is first is your 25. You should in this one. So the first one was your freedom, not freedom, it was your equality, which was your 14 till 18. Then there came your freedom, which was your from freedom was your of 19 till 22. Now exploitation, which was 23, 24. Now your here is come your religious stuff. So in 25 till 28 there is your religious stuff there. So as of like your 25, this says that you could take a girl here, a girl, uh, you could think of like you trusted her. So first is you could have any trust in religious belief. This is your fundamental right. Then there is trust. Then you had belief in them. So belief in her. So affair, you could say, belief and all that. So no. So first you have affair, I think so. If I'm not wrong. Yeah. So affair. Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, belief and affair, same stuff. So if you should have trust in one girl, you had trust in one girl, then you had belief in her, so she would not she would not leave you. Then yeah, you had belief. So first you have trust, then you had belief, then you paid tax on a coffee. So you would not pay any tax on your religious stuff, that is in article 27. 26 is like belief in any religious. Then after all of this activity, she rejected you and you became dumb, so you joined an education institute. So you could open any religious institute, and this religious institute should not be funded by state, because then the other religious people can come, because state is of like everybody, you could take it like that. And this should be funded by a private property or like private body like your mother's and all that. That is 28. Then 29 and 30 is your education. And so as I told you, 29th is a special one, and this is a PYQ in your serious examination. And 29th have the word minorities. Minorities. So minorities is a word in article 29, but you have to remember that minorities is not written as a definition, is not given in the constitution what is a minority. So yeah, and in this minority there is if you have to know who are minority, it could be on linguistic, your language, and your religious. These two you could differentiate on that, and anybody can be inside of this. You don't choose to be minority, you are born, you could say. I would assume that. Then in this, the first one is, it was on education as of like 29 and 30, so they would talk about education here. So first clause says of 29 is, although it talks about minorities, it include everyone. So what told you. Then no citizen can be denied administration into any other institute maintaining by the state and receiving aid. So what I told you, if institute is funded by state, then any region can join here. So that is what written here. Now 30 is like, you could open any religious institute, and this one should not be funded by the state, because it would not be considered as a specific religious institute. It would be everybody can come there. So if as of 30, there are like how many were there, like three. So first, second, third. So first is, you could open any religious institute. Second is, if you open a religious institute, then if you open a religious institute, then if they want to break it, then they have to give you fund and all that. And 30 says that there would be no discrimination on the breaking of this institute and all that. Now I told you that. Now 31, article 31 is not here, it is on 300 of A. Then your 32 till 35 is your residue, remedy or something. Let me check. It is on remedies. So first one is, as I told you, writ jurisdiction of a Supreme Court to issue writ on is on Article 32, and Article 32 is the soul of the Constitution and all that. And Article 33. So now here it is on like the army persons. So 33 articles says that they can issue laws and all that on the army person to not be on social media and all that. Then 34 says that martial law, article 34, and this martial law is a martial law is applied on some particular state, and this martial law was taken up from your Britishers. Then 35 is like any changes can be brought on by parliament on these amendments, sorry, the fundamental rights. 35, but they can't touch the 32. Now 36 till your 51 is your DPSP. So I would do this too. Yeah, I would do like this. So 36 is like where is the demonstration, man? Yeah. So 36 is your basic definition on DPSP. What is DPSP? It is Direct States of Principal Policy. They provides you social economic. The DPSP gives you, the DPSP theme is social economical welfare. That is a question which I have seen in many examination. Social economical and welfare is a theme of DPSP, and in the DPSP is the good governance and the good vision of the government and not judiciary. Role of distinction or legislative executives. They are known as the collection of the social people. So 36 on is on DPSP. This is introduction to the DPSP. 37th is says that the DPSP is a non-enforceable body, and 38 says that the DPSP would provide you social, economical, and political justice. Then 39 says your uh, directs on the DPSP, dialects of the DPSP. Yeah, and these directs are adequate means of livelihood of the all citizen, distribute of the material resource of the common goods, prevention of concentration of the wealth, equal pay, equal work, protection of workers of health and child against the deplomitation, then health development of children. Now 39th of A. So A you could remember as your free legal aid. It is in 39A. Then 40 is your Panchayati Raj, and this 40 Panchayati Raj is actually in some different article. I don't really remember it right now. If I have to check it. Local government and Panchayati Raj. 243 till 240 or whatever, but the 40 article, this Panchayati Raj on 40 is on your if I have to remember, 40 article on Panchayati Raj was on your Rajasthan, if I'm not wrong. The first Panchayati Raj was introduced in Rajasthan. Yeah, Rajasthan first Panchayati Raj was introduced on your date of your 2nd October of your 1959. And yeah, 2nd October you could remember as Gandhi Jayanti on your Rajasthan. As of like Gujarat have the capital of Gandhinagar, but you could assume as like Rajasthan too. And if I had to talk more on this, yeah, so 40 is Panchayati Raj. Then 41 is like state shall secure the right of working and education and public assistance. And 41, so 42 is like maternity leave for the pregnant woman and working class and all that. So DPS you would provide better working condition for the working class. Then 43rd is like state shall endeavor in secure a living wages and decent standard of living. That is in your 43rd. Then 43rd is like the thing on like the uh, endeavor of like living wages. So from living wages they would give work. So from work you could remember as 43 of A is like management of industries. Now 43 of B, so As you know, part 9 is on Panchayati Raj, 9A is your municipality, 9th B is your cooperative society. So 43 of B is also on cooperative society. Then 44th is your uniform civil code. Then 45th is your provision of child and earlier education. 45 is again, so there is a, again the 86th Constitution Amendment Act of 90, sorry, 202, 2002. 45 article. Then 46 is the promotion of education and economical interest. 47 is duty of the state to service of standard of living. 48 is the organization of agriculture and animal husbandry. And 51 is like the promotion of internal force and security. 51A is like on fundamental duties. Then 52 till 62 is on president. There's a short trick here, which is PREEM, Prem, uh, TREQ, track, come in, COMI, in time. So PR is president, E is executive power of president, president is your nominal head, D jure head, and your prime minister. So yeah, prime minister is your real head, de facto head, and yeah. Then E for executive power of president. Then 54th E is your yeah, election manner. So here, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, State Legislative Assembly, Delhi and Pondicherry or something. Delhi and what was state was there? Delhi and Pondicherry. Yeah. So Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, State Legislative Assembly, all the elected members should vote here. Then M is like your manner of election. So it would be uh, proportionate representatives of single transferable votes. This is your how it is in manner of election. Then 56 is tenure. Then 57th is your eligibility of the election. You could be eligible for infinite times in the India, but in US you are only eligible for your president for 2 times only. Then 58 is your 58 is your Q, qualification. So qualification is like you should be, there's no clear qualification on like the knowledge and stuff. There is qualification like you should be the like the citizen of India, and you should not hold any post of profit. You should not be bankrupt. Yeah. And you should be qualified for a election of the member of Lok Sabha. TREQ. Then C is your condition of office holding. Then O is your oath and affirmation. I is your impeachment. T is your tenure, or like time for holding the election for president. So new president when it would be coming and all that. Now 63rd till your 70 is your vice president. So first is what is vice president. 63rd. 64th is ex office chairman. So the vice president is your chairman of your Rajya Sabha. So that's the also power of your vice president. Then 65 says that if president goes somewhere, so vice president would take his seat. Then if vice president go to the president seat, then the your chairman, then deputy chairman would take the seat of the president, sorry, vice president. Then 66 says that your election. So here the is it election or 66 is your election? Yeah, election is there. So there is your Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and Your Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, elected and your nominated member both can vote. No state legislative assembly and all that. And in this, yes, proportionated representative or single transferable vote. So proportionated as representation is like total number of population in your state divided by total number of ministers into 1/1000. That is the proportionate representation. And single transferable is like one person who is going to vote for the vice president should have or any president or vice president should have like voting of 50% behind of him. So he will vote on like not of as like voting one person. He would give like one two three candidates are there, so he would give one two or three his voting on everybody. And same goes with like four five people who would be there, and who would be the ahead of like a have like two votes, so he would be the your vice president or president. That is proportionate representation of single transferable vote. What are you talking about? Brother, are you blind? Or are you dumb? Nah, it is polity. I'm talking about articles. I'm right now talking about the articles of your vice president. 63 till your 70. I already told you the 63, which is your vice president. Then 64th, I told you vice president is your ex office chairman. Then 65, I told you the power giving when one person is not there. 66, I told you manner of election of vice president. Then 67th, I will tell you the term. So 5 year and no impeachment there in the vice president, and two-third passing and all that. Then 68 is your re-election. So there will be election, there will be term, then there will be re-election, then will be the oath and affirmation, then there will be discharge. So election, re-election, oath and affirmation, then discharge. Then 71th is on like both vice president and president. Like if there is a doubt in the election of vice president, president, final decision would be of Supreme Court, and any provision subject to the president or the vice president will be taken by the parliament. Now 72. Now 72 is like the power of president to give some relief to some criminal and all that. So there is pardoning power. So first is pardon power. So pardon power is like president can give a complete uh, removal of his or her crime and his uh, then there is commutation is in this the president can reduce the whatever charges on applied on him or her. Then there is a remission, and this one the gravity of the punishment is reduced. Then there is respite, the punishment change on the basis. Stream, you only had two people. I'm just watching, asking you topic. You call me dumb. But I leave if you don't want to be here. I'm blocking you. Get lost. Where is this? Then pardoning power on the 72 remission. Respite is like if somebody having a illness and all that. So the person, if somebody have illness, so the president can reduce his or her punishment on basis of medical emergency, that is respite. So Reshma, you could remember reprieve is temporary hold, reprieve is temporary hold, respite is that. 73rd is like the extension of power of your parliament can give any extension of power to your executive powers to the union. Then 74th is your advisory power of your prime minister and your council of minister. Prime minister and council of minister, these two, uh, prime minister and council of minister, these two can give your when they give your advice to your president on some stuff, then president have to listen to this, and this power is abiding power, and president can't deny this power, deny this stuff, but he can deny it one time. After that there is no denying that. And PM, council of member, head of the government, real head. Yeah, that is okay. So yeah, 74 is that. This was a PYQ. Then after 74, there is 75 is there, where the, yeah, 75 is basic funda on 75 is the president appoints prime minister, and president plus prime minister appoints the council of minister, and the council of minister is collectively responsible to your Lok Sabha. Council of member singularly uh, responsible to your president. That is the basic funda here. 76th is your attorney general. So attorney general is the highest law officer of your entire country, and he can go in any courts, and yeah, that is his basic stuff, and he is the like personal advocate of the country. And attorney general is not a full-time job. He can do other job, and he would not be removed on this, because there are some office of holding some cases and all that. So he would not be removed if there is some another person. So if he is doing any other job, that is attorney general. And president appoints attorney general, and he should be qualified to be a supreme court judge to become attorney general. And lawyer of the central government, president will appoint him or her. Yeah. Then attorney general, then this is solicitor general. Solitary general is the underling of your attorney general. So not no, and he is not the part of the constitution body. That is a thing. Then there is your advocate general. Advocate general is on article 165, attorney general in 76. So advocate general is like the highest law officer of a particular state, and he is appointed by the head of a particular state, which is governor. That is the basic difference here. Yeah. Now 78 is like prime minister plus council of ministers. So prime minister, 78 prime minister is there, then there is council of minister, then there is president. So prime minister listen to council of minister, then he does chugli of the council of minister to the uh, so he does the chugli prime minister, and he tells that to the president. And this is on 78. 79 is power of function of prime minister. Prime minister tell the summons or regarding of the session. Prime minister tells to president to summon or prorogate, proroguing the session. Then Prime Minister tells President about the recommendation of your dissolution of the Lok Sabha. Then PM announces the policies too. That's why the prime minister policies are important in examination, and through that you could have assumed that the prime minister is the one who tells all the policies, and he is the one who tells the president on recommendation or disqualification of Lok Sabha, and prime minister tells to the summon to the proroguing the session. Then there is a cabinet, so prime minister is closest to the cabinet, which are defense, finance, home minister, and all that. Then there is shadow cabinet. Then 79 is this pyramid division of power. So Lok Sabha is there, Rajya Sabha is there, then there is your president. This whole thing is called parliament, and this is written on your article 79. Tada! Then it is your Council of State shall consist of total stand 250 elected member. So 2838. Ah, Council of State. So 80 is your Council of State. That means Rajya Sabha. So House of People is Lok Sabha. House of People. Then Council of State is your Rajya Sabha. This is on Article 80. So there are total 250 members in Rajya Sabha. From this, 238 are there, 238, and 238 are elected, and 12 are nominated. And I earlier told you these 12 are nominated from your. This was taken up from your Irish constitution, and these 12 were taken, and these 12 people are from your science, social science, art, and literature. And this is what here basically. And 12 member nominated by president, not all member are representation. Yeah, member and nominated by the president under the clause 1 consist of the person of your social knowledge of literature, science, social science, arts. Yes, but I told you this is on article 83 of 3. Okay, not so this stuff what I told you, this is in our article 80 as obvious, and your clause 3rd. Yeah, then 80, then 81 should be. Yeah, so as goes, first come your big brother. So big brother is 80, smaller brother is 81. So 80 of 83, you should remember this what I told you. So 80 is your house of people, Lok Sabha, and in this you have yeah, so there would be 550 members in the Lok Sabha, and uh, elected member. And yeah, in 80 there is more stuff is there, that 85. The representation of the UT of Council of State can vote the chosen member in the parliament made by the law prescribed. The representation of, oh yeah, the Pondicherry and Delhi, they can do it too. The voting in this Rajya Sabha thing. With proportional representation of single transferable vote, PRST. And yeah, election of member is on election of member of Rajya Sabha. Let me do this whole Article 80 thing again. 80 Council of Member. This is your Rajya Sabha. There are total 250 member. 238 are elected. Then your 12 are nominated, taken from Irish. Okay, and these members are taken from your art, science, social science, and literature. And this whole nomination of member of Rajya Sabha, and I would say everything is taken from your South Africa as nominee, as your elected, not nominated, elected member of Rajya Sabha is of your South Africa, and South Africa is also have amendments, and amendments is your from part 20 of the Constitution chapter and Article 368. Is my live stream paused? What happened? What? Why is my live stream paused? I guess I'm gonna end it quick. So 80 council member, 81 Lok Sabha, then 81. So first sitting of Rajya Sabha was in your first sitting of Rajya Sabha, 12th May of 1952. 12 112. And yeah, then some UP have like 31 seats here. Then Goa, Sikkim, and Meghalaya, GSM have like one and one seats in the Rajya Sabha. Goa, Sikkim, and Meghalaya, one and one. Then there were like two people who were representing from Anglo-Indian in 81th of like Lok Sabha, and they were representing on Anglo-Indian community from this, and this thing was removed in 104 Constitution Amendment Act of 2019. 103 was your on EWS, economically weaker section, and 102 was on your somebody, yeah, and 101 is on GST. It is on like betterment of society and all that only. I'm ending this thing.